Oh, hello. Welcome to your Quickie. Today, we're going to do some sun salutations and then we're going to get into some arm balances. This isn't something that everybody's going to want to do, but for those folks that enjoy this kind of a thing, it's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. Find your comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Now letting the eyes fall closed and starting to pull the awareness in. Starting to let go of the day so far. Forgetting about anything that might be on the agenda for later. For this next period of time, it's just us. Just right here and right now. Letting the shoulders soften down away from the ears, the shoulder blades slide down the back. Imagine that little thread connected to the crown of the head, sitting you up just that little bit taller than usual. And then starting to notice breath. Not to control it, but notice what your baseline is. Notice how you're arriving today. Then finding some softness in the rib cage. And let the diaphragm drop, so creating a nice, big space for those lungs to expand. Now for this next minute or so, we're just going to breathe. When the mind starts to wander, and it definitely will, bring your awareness back to the sensation of your breath. All right, taking the biggest, deepest breath of the day. Fill that whole belly space, that whole chest space. Then through the mouth with a sigh, exhale completely. And into the body we go. Inhale the arms out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, down through heart center. Inhaling out and up. Palms touch. Exhaling. Okay, so we need to start waking up the forearms, waking up the arms. This time we're going to inhale out and up. We're going to bring the fingertips together first, actively press them, and then actively press the palms together. So what we're doing here, exhale down through heart center, is we're activating the forearms by pressing hard into those fingertips, and then we're activating the inner arms and the chest by pressing into those palms, just starting to get some of that blood flow. Wonderful. Inhaling out and up, same thing. Fingertips, base of the palms. Exhale. Press, 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 press. Bonus points if you get a little bit of a shake going on. One more time like that. Inhaling out and up. Fingertips press. Palms press. Exhaling. Keep that pressure on. Good job. All right, inhale the arms out and up. This time we'll interlace fingers, flip the palms, press the ceiling away. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, tip the rib cage right. Inhale back center. On the exhale, tip the rib cage left. Inhale back center, dropping that right arm down. Exhale. Take your time. Wonderful. Engage the core. Inhale, come back up. And exhale to the left. Good. Engage the core. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. Float those arms down. Okay, so some of our poses today are going to require quite a bit of twist. So if you want to take the deeper twist here, I would encourage that. You're welcome to do just the regular, but if you can, go into half Lord of the Fishes, which would be pointing the left knee forward, stepping the right foot across, right hand behind, left tricep, right thigh, inhale it tall, exhale twisting from the bottom up, so belly first, then ribs, shoulders, gaze comes last. If you want to, you can take those peace fingers around your big toe. I just realized I have socks on. So this time of the year in Puerto Vallarta, in the mornings, so it's like 65 degrees or something like that. but which is pretty cold, but it feels extra cold here just because there's so much humidity in the air. So I've been walking around with a light jacket and socks on this morning, which is kind of hard to believe for the tropics, but it's for real. Big inhale, engage the core. On the exhale, unwind, top down. All right, we're going to switch sides. Left hand behind, right tricep to that left thigh. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Bottom up. So belly, ribs, shoulders. Peace fingers around that big toe if you want to. Amazing. Nice big inhale, engage the core. On the exhale, unwind. Top down. I think I'll take my socks off now that I realize that I'm wearing them. So we're going to come into a tabletop and then right into cat pose. So pressing the ground away, tucking the tailbone, gaze drops to the navel. Let those shoulder blades spread wide. Cow pose, let the belly drop, the tailbone lift, the gaze gently lift. Collarbone spread wide, heart pulling through. Now swinging that torso like a jump rope, so swinging it to the right, up into cat pose, exhale, swing left, down into cow pose, inhale. Keep that circle moving, find softness in the bigger joints of the body. Good, switching directions. All right. We're going to tuck those toes under, lifting those hips up and back into our downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal those heels out, shift those hips, whatever feels good, go for it. Taking a moment. Okay, we need to get those shoulders awake and ready for some action, right? So we're going to shift forward into plank and send it back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, send it back. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, send it back. This time we're going to add a chaturanga in there. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale it back. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale it back. Looking between the hands, hopper walk, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. And we're going to take a couple of breaths here. So let yourself sink in. All right. Big bend in those knees, engage the core. Think in reverse swan dive. Inhale, rise. Sun salutation, A, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Looking between the hands, hopper walk, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise. Wonderful. Another like that, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Looking between the hands, hopper walk, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. And inhale, rise. Good, forward fold. Halfway lift, remember this is a quickie. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Okay, so we're going to start to work towards our first arm balance, which is going to be Ekapada Kundanyasana dose. So we're going to inhale that. Well, let me switch actually. We'll inhale that right leg high. Then we're going to bring the inner thigh onto the right tricep. Well, as high as you can get it, the better, right? Extend that leg long. Shift forward. Good. Extend. Okay, this time we're going to bring our body weight to that inner thigh. So thigh up on the tricep, chaturanga the arms, extend the legs. Here you go. Ekapada Kundanyasana 2. Good. Touch toes. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, set it down. Same thing, other side. Inhaling that left leg high. Inner thigh to tricep. Good. Inhale it high. Inner thigh to tricep. Inhale it high. Okay, this time we're going to lift off. Inner thigh to tricep. Extend chaturanga. Good job. Touch those toes down. Inhale that left leg high. Set it down. Exhale. Good job. Taking a couple of breaths here. Okay. This next one is, it's also Ekapada Kundanyasana, but it is Ekapada Kundanyasana 1, and it includes a really deep twist to get into the pose. So we'll see how this goes. We'll inhale that right leg high, but this time we're going to come crossbody. So we're going to bring the outer thigh of the right leg to the left tricep. Whoa. Maybe, right? Inhale high. Exhale. Inhale high. All right, this time we're going to try and stick it. So we're going to bring that right outer thigh up onto that left tricep. Chaturanga those legs, or chaturanga those arms, extend those legs. Here we go. Woohoo! Ekapada Kundanyasana. Wonderful. And set it down. Other side. Inhale that left leg high. Outer thigh to tricep. Inhale it high. Again. Inhale it high. Let's see if we can stick it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Good job. Set that leg down. Drop those knees. Let's take a child's pose. Throw those arms behind if you want to let those shoulders relax. Take a moment. Good job. You've already got 2 major arm balances down. Well done. Coming back into our downward facing dog. Looking between the hands, hop those feet forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. And inhale, rise. We're going to come down into a yogi squat. And from here, we're going to play with our crow pose. So crow pose for a lot of yogis is no big deal. It's usually the first of the arm balances that you ever learn, and it becomes pretty second nature. So I'm going to give 3 different ways to get into this pose. Knees in the armpits. Plant those hands down, come up on the toes, pull those hands back so that wrists are under the elbows. Chaturanga, shift forward. Big toes come to touch behind you. If the knees won't come into the armpits, you can bring them kind of onto the little edge of your elbow there. There's kind of a ledge where the knees will stop and sit. From there, same thing. Chaturanga, touch those toes. Now, if that's not possible, you can even bring your knees onto the outsides of your arms. This is my least favorite way, but it might be the only one that's possible. And if that's the case, it's going to be your favorite way, and that's okay. Chaturanga those arms, toes to touch. All right, there we go. So go ahead and do the chaturanga or the crow pose of your choice there. And just take a second, get yourself comfortable with it. Find that balance, find that comfort, get your body ready to take crow in a flow. Are you ready? Let's do it. So we're going to come into a downward facing dog. And we're going to see if we can land our crow. So we're going to look between the hands. Lots of core here. We're going to see if we can hop forward and stick our crow. Lots of core. All right. Wonderful. Now, if you stuck your crow, we're going to go from there into chaturanga. Otherwise, just go ahead and go into chaturanga from wherever you are. Up dog or cobra. Hips up and back. Good. Looking between the hands, hop or walk into your halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. And inhale, rise. Okay, so we're going to do a sun salutation, but we're going to replace half lifts with crow. Like this. Inhale those arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Crow pose. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Hips up and back. Crow pose. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and hold this crow for a little while. Wonderful. Forward fold. And inhale, rise. Good job. Exhale those arms down. Grasshopper. We're going to cross that right ankle over that left knee, lower it down. We're going to see if we can bring the right foot up onto that right tricep. Plant those hands. Chaturanga. Extending that left leg. Grasshopper. How'd that go? Good. We're going to stand back up. Extend that leg, cross the other. This is probably the most fun we've had in a quickie in a very long time. Or not, if you hate this kind of thing. Bring yourself down. Heading over to the side. Plant those hands. Chaturanga. Extend that bottom leg into your grasshopper. Wonderful. All right. Making your way back to standing. Drop that leg. Walk it out. Good job. Okay. A little bit of side crow. How about that? Lowering down. We're going to make a tight little package. Planting the right hand off to the side. Left arm is going to catch the knee and pull it in. Then plant the hand. Shift the weight over that left elbow. Let the toes come to lift. From here, you can extend the legs. You could open the legs if you wanted to. Good. Other side. Plant the hand. Bring the weight over that elbow. Maybe extend the legs. Woo. Maybe open. This is tricky for me. Good. Coming back up. Onto your back. Oh my gosh. Oh, so the idea of a quickie is to really give you like a lot of effect really fast. I think we did that. Windshield wipers. Oh. And it's just playtime. Sometimes you just have to have a fun class and a good time. Bring those knees in for a squeeze. Big inhale. On the exhale, drop them right, keeping that left shoulder down. Oh. Amazing. Bring those knees back to center. Any transitional movements that you want, then give them a squeeze. Big inhale. Exhale, drops them left. Right shoulder stays down. Good. Bring your knees back center. Give them a squeeze. Big inhale. If there's any movement that your body wants, go ahead. If something needs to be stretched or anything, feel free. Otherwise, big squeeze, big inhale. On the exhale, extending into Shavasana. Take a moment, let go of any breath control. Find some softness in the core. And just let yourself be heavy. If you tried all of those arm balances, amazing. I bet you're feeling like a crazy energy spike right now. And if you actually landed some or all of them, holy cow, I bet you feel fantastic right about now. And you should. Well done. Starting to soften through the forehead, relaxing the muscles behind and around the eyes, softening the cheeks, relaxing the jaw. With each exhale, feeling your body pressing heavier and heavier into your mat. With each exhale, falling deeper and deeper into relaxation. For these next few moments, just relax. All right, bringing the awareness back into the body. Maybe moving fingers, moving toes, maybe reaching arms overhead for that great big full body stretch. When you're ready, rolling onto whichever side is the most comfortable for you. Savoring these last moments of relaxation. Then using as little effort as possible to rest yourself up to that comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered. Taking this moment to feel into the body, notice what's changed. Notice the shift in the energy. Notice the results of the quickie that you have just completed. And inhaling the arms out and up. Palms come to touch. Exhaling down through heart center. Inhaling out and up. See yourself grabbing that big arm load of healing energy. Exhale, pull it down to heart center. Feel the warmth, see the glow. And last time, inhaling out and up, bringing the palms to touch. Exhaling down to the third eye for the mind, to the heart center for the body and spirit. Namaste. Now, I knew ahead of time that this practice wasn't going to be for everybody, right? But if you made it this far, congratulations and well done. That is some crazy stuff. And the fact that you were even willing to try it says a lot about you. Really, really well done. And if you haven't visited us in the studio yet, do. It's a fantastic time of year. It's beautiful. Our classes, of course, are always fantastic, and we would love to see you. Find us online, pvyoga.com, and reservations are made right online, whether you're virtual or if you're going to come join us in the studio. We're always happy to see you. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great day. Bye.